So does this game have anything for the PTSD of almost dying? Can we go through that maybe game? Mental health's important. Jeez. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Solo Leveling. We're now on to episode 3, which is called It's Like a Game. So we had a crazy second episode. This show's just delivering. Like every episode, I mean, we've only had 2, but first episode came out swinging. Second episode was like, let's up the ante. So I really don't know what to expect from this third episode. I mean, obviously some context to those last, like that last 30 seconds. What happened? It looked very much like our lead character was done for. He was the sacrifice for everybody else to survive. And he was beaten terribly before he was put on that altar. And we see that we didn't actually see the axe come down. We didn't get to see the killing blow, but we then saw what looked like a computer menu that came up and basically said to him that he had the choice of either being a player or just ending life, basically. And so we see that the player option was selected, and that was the end of it. So I guess this is where we're going to see where things are going to be different for him potentially. No idea though what this means. No idea who gave this option. No idea like what this is actually going to like take it. Well, where this is going to take us really. So. Yes, as I mentioned, I did read the synopsis, which gave a little bit of a spoiler as far as the fact that this option would be presented to him, but I don't know anything beyond that. So this is really where we're going in blind, and I'm very excited to know where we're going to go and where this is going to take us, because like I said, the show's come out swinging really well so far, and I'm just really enjoying it and looking forward to every week. So I don't think we need to say much more. Let's jump into the episode. But just before I do, a reminder that I do lots of reactions here on the channel. And if you'd like to support me and know when these episodes drop, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, please do leave some likes on it and some comments below. I appreciate it a lot. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. Oh no. Okay. If so, you need to look into psychiatry, sir, because that is a crazy dream. Not the Superman curl. Good question. That is such a strange place to cut into the intro. I mean, I feel like that's the minimum you would need. You were in bad shape. Oh, yeah, she was not doing well in there, and she probably felt guilty about leaving him. Yeah, well, this was next level. Yeah, how did you make it exactly? It spit you out. Huh. A little, but 6 people wouldn't all be lying. What the hell happened is what they're trying to ask very, very roundaboutly. Oh, this happens regularly. Oh. Oh. Okay. We like this. Oh, they have a portable one? That's a lot more convenient than the black ball. Well, maybe your magic ball doesn't measure properly. Still E. I'm assuming. Oh. Doesn't matter, you're alive, bro. Oh, so they can't... Yeah, okay. Interesting that he instinctually didn't talk about it either. Oh yeah, your poor sister. It's out of love. No, she means it. Yeah, like, just help me out. Strength training has arrived. Daily quest. Yay! Daily quests. Poor girl. Had to go to the hospital to visit her mom and now her brother.
報酬が支給されました。何のことだかさっぱりなんだけど。
Well, you better figure it out.
当初を目指して確認。
Yeah, you need to level up, bro. Like, yes, all those things.
全て完了できない場合ペナルティが課されます。
Appropriate? What does that mean? Appropriate for who?
何がどうなってるんだ?
That looks like a timer. Bro, timers in this world don't seem to do well for you, so I think I'd get on that training.
今回の件、不可解なことが多すぎる。
ええ。これまでのどのケースにも
There was a previous case?
戦っていれば大丈夫です。みんなその背中を見て学ぶ。君にはそれだけ
I
の
mean,
実
the
力があります
observation's only half the work, though, bro. She might have to explain some stuff.
個々人のランクを上げることは不可能ですが、実践力を鍛え上げることは可能。
That makes sense. All right, he's got plans. Oh, God. I was going to say he got plans. All the way people were like, oh, it's just a gate. Run! Time's up. Ah, so it brings you to the training.
さっきまで病室。
Well, hello there. No, don't want to kiss. Poison tooth. What? Survive in 4 hours. Okay, so he's like slipping in and out of dimensions. I was thinking maybe he would just be asleep and then maybe this is in his mind, but no, this is actually taking him somewhere. Okay. Yeah, let's see how that cardio's doing, bro. Oh, wow, you've been running for 2 hours? I mean, maybe his endurance is better than I thought. Sweat. Well, you better. It's that. Come on, 9 minutes. You can do it, bro. Come on. No, not even 9 seconds. Go, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. You got this. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, all out. Whew. Okay, and he actually has dirt on his clothes. Ew. Oh, it was a penalty because he didn't do his daily training. Got it. Yeah, you better figure out how to work that system by tomorrow. You'll receive the reward. What? I'm gonna need the show to slow down with these screens, yo. I don't think she's going to a D-rank dungeon ever again, bro. I'm glad you appreciate. I don't think she knew that. Wow, that's a beautiful arrangement. She said, I'm about to get me a husband. Yeah, he said, I'm not going to be chasing or running from them monsters for 4 hours again.
目の前のこれは幻覚ではないようだ。デイリークエストをこなせば3つの報酬。
Okay.
疲れが一瞬で
Nice.
もらったポイントは好きな能力に分配可能。
Nice.
やっぱり筋力かな。
Agility. Oh, he keeps getting strength. Okay.
奇妙な世界を目の当たりにしている。
It has, but it's fun.
まるでゲームみたいだ。
It is. Oh. Mind your business.
今日は何が出るか。
Orb of greatness. I don't know. Oh, a key. 2?
強くなるためのイベントだろうか。
Yeah. So does this game have anything for the PTSD of almost dying? Can we go through that maybe game? Mental health's important. Jeez. Casually buying a TV while, you know, apocalypse is being predicted across the city. Expect traffic to... Y'all gotta be kidding me.
母さんが目を覚まさないんだ。溺水症。
別名最後の睡眠。
Wow.
ゲートが出現してから見られるようになった病で。
Okay, I was wondering if it was tied to the gates.
いずれにせよ、現在の医学では延命治療が精一杯です。
Wow.
あなたはハンターの資格を得ました。これからの活躍に期待していますね。
Why would you tell him that if he didn't even make the E rank numbers typically?
何やってんだ。
もうお前隅っこでじっとしてろ。
い急な足引っ張りやがってよ。
Damn. I guess I had to know not everyone would be nice.
能力値ポイント。筋力。
I think you should throw some into agility and I mean, when I'm playing characters, I always try to distribute. It really depends on the class you're playing, which I don't know what he is yet. But strength is helpful, but agility is also very helpful. I saw vitality. Does that give you extra health points? That would be very helpful.
全速力で逃げよ
Oh, you're in the right place. Oh, okay, hello. So this is what they mean by solo leveling. He's all by himself. Like, there's no one else, at least that we've seen so far, that's doing this other than him. And I guess he has to do all these dungeons himself. Boy has the key to the Matrix, yo! Oh, that was a one and done. You've entered the instance dungeon, okay? And you're in now.
なるほどここは全くの
Yes,
異
you
次
are.
元なんだインスタンスダンジョンはただのダンジョンじゃない行ったことは
That doesn't look inviting at all. I'm not going down to the stairway to hell. I'm gonna stay right here.
これじゃ逃げらんないじゃん
No, we gotta level up, bro. You cannot exit the dungeon. You must either defeat the boss or use a teleportation
とにか
stone?
くクリアするまでとにかくクリアするまで出られないってことは
Yep. Or you
一級のモン
die.
スターも倒せない俺に
Don't think about the past. Let's move on. It's today. New day. New you.
本当にパーティーもなしに俺一
We're
人で
about to find out. You survived running from poisonous snakes for 4 hours. Come on. Oh, you still only have your knife? So they haven't given you any gear yet? Maybe you have to go through a dungeon for gear.
なんか弱気になってきた
I mean, you should be afraid. Oh, God. Yeah, you should be afraid. Goblin, okay. With a mohawk, okay. Punk rock goblins. Oh, you know what? This might be a way of him overcoming his fears, right? Because he would have, like, some fear around goblins after his last encounter. Bro, I'm gonna need you to be a little more offensive. The defense is not gonna last long with 3-on-1. There we go. Ew. That's one down, 2 to go. Let's go. And this may not be all there is. This might be just the tester, the warm-up. 2. Oh, okay, fancy moves. That shot with the blood across his eyes. All right, that's 1. I don't think you're done yet. A little, but how's the enduro? Okay, party just keeps coming. Damn cheap-ass knives. Oh, he's got a steel jaw. How's that fair?
さっきのゴブ
Steel Fang Lycan. Do we get to eventually see, like, the levels that they're at some point? Uh-oh, sir, get it together.
動かない
Breathe.
まさか怖くてトラウマなんてないと思ったのに
Sir, everyone gets traumatized.
ここで怪我したら終わりだ
No, he's calling more, isn't he? This is why I said agility is important. Dodge! Fine. Okay, guys. Well, that was episode 3, and now we have a little bit more understanding of what happened at the end of the last episode. We now know that Jinwoo is actually able to travel between 2 dimensions, the one that he lives in, as well as this one that is now in the process of actually leveling him up, quite literally. And he's been able to see, like, that screen that was presented to him at the last episode. It's something that pops up and he can see it any time, but of course he's the only one who can see it because it's actually still part of the other dimension from the looks of things. These screens very much are like, you know, if you've played any type of game where, like, a RPG or an MMORPG or, you know, any type of a game like that, then you're very familiar with the ideas of quests and side quests and having to level up your character and all the stats that come along with it. So all these things are very familiar for me. If you're not familiar with gaming, then some of the stuff, I think they're trying their best to explain it, which I think is good because not everyone who watches this is going to be a gamer. But yeah, he's now kind of in this world, which is very interesting that he didn't have any gaming experience, but his sister was the gamer. I mean, girl gamers. I mean, we love a girl gamer, right? But you know, especially in Japanese culture, to my knowledge, quite a few young men are into games. So it's very interesting that he wasn't. But hey, no judgment there or anything. It's just something that I noticed. But digressing. He's asking his sister for help on try to figure out how to navigate these screens. We see that he's being given daily quests, and these quests are meant to build up his strength, his endurance, and basically get him physically in a better place because outside of his magical ability, it looks like he's really just not the strongest guy overall. And hey, there's no shame there. Not all of us work out or do things in order to strengthen our bodies, right? Unless we feel there's a need to or really just like to do that. So yeah, he has to start building up his physical body, because I have no doubt that the amount of magic, if he's going to eventually level up his magical ability, he's going to need to have a body that can handle it. And as it is right now, I don't think he could handle being like an S rank magician, right? Because his frail little body, right? So that's probably why we saw our poor girl Juhi last episode start bleeding from the face, because poor thing, her body looks like it's quite frail, probably can't handle all that heavy duty healing. So anyway, we see that he's got these quests, and if he doesn't complete the quest, there are penalties. And we saw one of them where he had to run for his life for 4 hours. So yeah, the game's letting him know that we ain't joking around. You need to do what you need to do, and if you don't, there'll be penalties, appropriate penalties. Who's deciding what's appropriate? We don't know. Who's running this game? We still don't know that either. Those are big questions, but I feel like those are probably ones that are not going to come for a very long time, which is okay. I'm really enjoying this so far, just learning about his new world. And again, how he's going to continue to navigate this now too, because since he's the only one who can see this, he's got to be very careful, right? Because people are going to start thinking the man's crazy. Outside of potentially the guild, we see that when he woke up, some people from the guild showed up, guild surveillance, I think they called it, or hunter surveillance. And they basically had questions, because they're like, bro, how did you end up here? Because like all the people who escaped, looks like they did all survive. I know some people last episode, looking around, a lot of people were not sure whether or not the people actually did live or if it was just a trap, but they did make it out. And thankfully all their stories corroborated, and they all like insisted that there was a secondary dungeon and all the things that happened in there. But of course the hunters don't understand how, I guess it disappeared after Jinu cleared it basically, and he got tossed out. It disappeared. So they have no evidence that they can go and study to see what happened. And they it's not that they don't believe them, but they're like, we have no way of figuring out what happened. And of course they have no idea how Jinu survived, because he's the one person out of that group they feel like shouldn't have, because he's so weak. And then we found out that even for an E rank, he's low, like, because we weren't even told what these numbers mean. But yes, apparently a typical E rank is at least a 70 in magical ability. He's only 10. So I know they showed us that number for our own reference, because I'm sure that as he continues through and levels up more, we're going to see that number increase. But for now, he basically was spit back into the world in essentially the same place he was when he left, which is only fair, right? The show's called Leveling. He's got to work for it. He can't just suddenly come back with all these abilities. That would be hella suspicious as well. But either way, it looks like maybe the surveillance company is going to have their eyes on Jinu, because they're still like, we don't understand it. Like, he shouldn't have survived. Something's off there. But apparently we found out there's also a thing called a second awakening. So even though the rule typically is that once you have your level set, you never change, it looks like there are a few people who that starts that way, but then they have a second awakening, in which case they actually break through and go to a higher level, which means to me, honestly, that the first rule number 1 is not actually a rule. It sounds like it's more like in general, people who, when they first get tested, whatever they are is what they stay. But there are a handful of people that for whatever reason are able to break through that ceiling and go higher. So it looks like even before, Jinu probably could have leveled up, but whatever this thing is that's giving him a second chance is definitely giving him what he needs. We see that it's able to instantly heal him. It's giving him loot, all kinds of good stuff. So those are some really sweet advantages that he's getting. But anyhow, so yeah, we got that. We found out about their surveillance company now, and that they are going to be watching and looking out for this thing. They still want to know what happened, but I'm really surprised they didn't ask Jinu more about it, or maybe they did and they just decided not to show us as an audience. But anyway, yeah, outside of that, we see that Juhi, she's very traumatized by what happened. That's very understandable. She was freaking out in the dungeon. She's not doing any raids. She's just been kind of dealing with trauma the way many of us do. Now that she knows that Jinu is awake, she tried to go visit him, but I wasn't surprised that she wasn't able to make herself see him. I think she feels a certain level of guilt because she wasn't able to stay, like she wanted to stay behind, but she couldn't. But anyways, I do think she's still going to be a fairly integral character throughout this. You know, someone I saw in one of the reactions said there's probably going to be a triangle between Juhi, Jinu, and what's her name, Hyen. We'll have to see if that happens. But anyways, I don't think my man's even thinking about girls at this point. He just wants to get himself better. And then we found out about his mom too, last tidbit, that her sickness apparently is in direct correlation to the gates. So I have a really high level theory that the gates, his mom, and even what's going on with Jinu is all something that they're all correlated. like something about his mom or his bloodline is linked to these gates somehow. And that, yeah, these are just different ways that it's manifesting itself. But I haven't fully formed the theory yet, but that's kind of the thin line of correlation that I feel like is happening so far. Yeah, anyways, another great episode. I really liked it. As I said, being a gamer, this really appeals to a lot of the things that I love about RPGs and those types of games. So yeah, I'm thinking it's getting better as usual, and we'll have to see what happens with this dungeon because my guy is now without a weapon again. We'll have to see how he does because it looks like these dungeons really are going to have to push him through that trauma and that PTSD that he's got so he's able to be in these situations and not freeze up in the future. Yeah, good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love to this video and leave some comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.